Hi guys, so this is going to be a pretty quick one. I already have my foundation on and I am just starting with a little painterly paint pot on my eyelids. And so I've already done my foundation. All my videos pretty much show the same foundation, so I don't want to bore you guys. I am taking the Naked 2 palette, which I rarely use. I don't know why, I just don't really reach for it. And I'm going to take this color called Pistol, which is like a gray sort of taupey slight shimmer color, and I'm taking a MAC 217, which is a good color, a good brush rather, to just kind of lay down the color. And what I do is I put it on one side of the brush, see it's kind of flat, and I leave the other side clear, so that way it minimizes the fallout, and then it also doesn't get it into the crease, because on this one I'm not trying to get the color into the crease, just on the lid. Then I take this great blending color called Tease. It's kind of like a purpley, taupey, beige color, I guess you can describe it as. And I take this sort of like fat pencil brush and I put it just in the crease. So it kind of gives you like a nice transition. It gives you a little shadow, and I think it's a great color for your crease. The next color is kind of like a highlight color. I guess it's about a shade lighter than my natural skin tone, and it's got a little bit of a pearlescence shimmer to it, and I use that as a highlight. I'm taking my foundation brush and I'm cleaning up underneath because this shadow will fall down. Then the next thing is I'm taking my black liner, and it's nice and sharp, and I'm getting right into the roots of the lashes. You can see what I've done. I've tight lined underneath, and then I've kind of flicked it at the end. So it's like almost like a cat wing, but it's softer because you've done it with pencil. And then I just do a little bit along the outer lower lash line, just a little bit, because we're going to go back and blend it anyway. The next thing I do is I take a MAC 266, so just like a nice flat slanty brush you can really get along the lash line, and I'm taking this black, I believe it's called Black Heart. It's a matte black, very black color, and I'm dipping my brush in that and really want to tap it off because this color will fall down and it's a pain in the butt if you get too much under your eye, and then it messes everything up if you've already done your foundation. So I just do this kind of along the liner on the top and the bottom. And then I'm going back with that same brush that I used in the crease with whatever is left on the brush, and I just kind of buff out the edges so it's not too harsh all over. And you'll see me, I'll kind of go back and do that like as I go, just a little here and there, just to kind of like keep things blended and soft and kind of get them the way I want them. Then I didn't show the product on this one, so I apologize that, but this is just the Chanel bronzer. It's the cream gel bronzer, and I like to use that after I've done my foundation, and I just kind of get a little color on there because I'm so pale at this time of year. And then the next thing is a little bit of blush, and I am using a $3 product. This is a good blush, and it's like $2.99, I think, $3.99. It's very inexpensive. It's Wet n Wild, which is actually a really good, inexpensive drugstore product. So if you find good products that are cheap, it's kind of a win-win. And I just do a little bit on my cheeks with this Duo Fiber, and you can see it's got a lot of punch in it. It's got a lot of color. So I'm buffing it out, and then what I will do is I'll go back with my powder, and I will probably buff it over the blush as well, like I'm doing in this. I'm getting it on my T-zone, and then I'm also getting it on my cheeks because I kind of want to tone down that powder, that blush rather, because it is a little intense. And the next thing I'm doing is just kind of tightening up those brows. I want them really defined because my lashes and my eyes are going to be so defined. The next thing is mascara. This is just MAC Zoom Lash in black. Notice I did not curl my lashes. The reason for that is because when I do fake lashes, I usually don't, because it makes getting the lashes on a little more hard, and then it also makes them flip up, and I have like crazy tarantula, crazy woman looking eyes when I do that. So I just do my lashes, my false lashes, just on the natural curl of my lash with mascara. So what I have done is I have taken a pair of Red Cherry 43 lashes, which are pretty dramatic, and I have cut the band of the lash, the outer, I would say about third or fourth, just to shorten it because I don't want the lashes to come all the way into my tear duct because I find it both distracting and then it looks a little off. So I want those lashes to be on the outer 2/3 or 3/4 of my eye. I put a nice amount of glue. I'm using the darker glue because it's going to dry black. I recommend practicing with the clear glue so it comes out white, it dries clear, but then once you get the hang of it, use the gray one that turns black when it dries because I feel like it just disappears. However, if you have a little bit of a mistake and you kind of like touch your lid on the way down to the lashes, you will pay for it. So practice with the clear. It's a little more forgiving, and then once you get good at it and a little more confident, you can just plop them right on. You can see even before the lash glue has dried, like it's pretty much invisible. So I'm just going, I'm kind of blending along the lash line with that same fat pencil brush, really just whatever's left on the brush, and just kind of make sure that everything looks kind of clean and put together. So now I am going in with my NARS Givaudan collection. It's the Cinematic Red. I did use it on the last one, so sorry for the duplicity. I'm just really loving this color right now. Like, it's such a great color. So I'm sure he has something in his permanent collection that's very similar. It's kind of like a MAC red. I really like the texture and I really like the color. Now today I'm actually using Cherry Liner with it, which is a little more of a true red and it's a little brighter. And I'm just going around after I've done the lipstick so that I can shape the lips up better. And then I just do a little powder. As you can see, I took a little wedge with a little powder just to prevent it from bleeding. Then I just take my 266 again, as you can see I'm doing right now. And I'm just using a little bit of black eyeshadow to kind of pat along the lash line, a little cleanup. And then that's pretty much it. So it was mostly about the eyes today.